Alright, so yesterday I made this protein mac and cheese and I put it in my what I eat in a day video. You guys are super interested in the process, so I'm going to show you how I made it. You'll need these ingredients that you see on the screen. This looks like a lot of ingredients, right? And you're not wrong, it is, but a lot of these ingredients you can repurpose for other meals. If you'd like to achieve the macros that I have in my video, then you are going to need a scale. First, make sure that you put your cup or your blender bottle on the scale and then zero it out. First, you're going to start off with this cottage cheese. It's a 0 milk fat cottage cheese. First, you're going to put the cottage cheese in your cup or your bowl or what the fuck ever. You're going to weigh out 184 grams. Then next, you're going to go in with non-fat plain Greek yogurt. Don't forget to zero out your scale. You're going to weigh out 63 grams of the yogurt. Don't forget to zero out your scale again. This is unsweetened almond milk. I usually weigh this out in milliliters, but I forgot and I weighed it out in grams. But in total, I weighed out 79 grams of the almond milk. You're going to want to spice things up a notch, and you can use whatever spices that you want, but these are the ones I used. I used some paprika. I thought I had more, but it was only a little bit. Then I added some garlic powder, not salt, garlic powder. I measured that with my heart, too. This is the most important one, right here. This nacho cheese popcorn seasoning is 0 calories, and I find it at Walmart. You can use it for popcorn, I guess, but that's child's play. I never had this before, but whenever I tested it with my finger, it was so fucking good. And just like anything else, if you haven't caught on, measure it with your heart, too. After you have those ingredients mixed together, you're going to throw it in a blender and you're just going to blend it until it's smooth. Before you commit this bitch to your noodles, stick your finger in there and try it. See if you want to make any adjustments. I did. I wanted to add more of that nacho seasoning, so I did it. Then after I added that nacho seasoning, I just put it back in the blender just for like a few seconds so I could get it all nice and mixied. I wouldn't say I patiently waited, but I did wait there. And here, if you poke it, it makes it go faster. Next, I measured out 2 servings of this protein pasta. You can pick any protein pasta that you want. I tried Goodles. This is the first time too. Measure this with your eyes. Measure it with a scale. I did 124 grams, which is a little over 2 servings, but that's fine. This is fine. It was an oopsie. Get your pot going and add just a little bit of salt on the top. Then whenever your noodles are done, you're just going to strain them and put them back in the pot. Once you get your noodles back in the pot, you're going to add in your cheese sauce. I actually think I overcooked these noodles just a little bit, so really be careful about that. But this is how much cheese sauce I had left over. I didn't throw it away. I'm going to try to figure out a way to repurpose it for something else. Make sure your heat's turned off. Just give it a mixy mix and set it aside for a second. I wanted to get some stringy melty cheese to put it on top, so I used a serving of this fat-free mild cheddar, which was I think 28 grams. Then I weighed out a serving of this fat-free mozzarella, which was also 28 grams or 29 grams. It was an accident. After you get your cheese in a bowl, you need to rinse it with water. There's a little coating on the cheese that prevents it from melting, like to where it gets like stretchy. It'll still melt with the stuff on it, but when you rinse it with water and then you drain it, it melts a lot better. I wanted to take one of these for work, and I fucking hate Tupperware and bringing it back home and cleaning it and shit, so I got these like throwawayable little pans. I dispersed my noodles evenly between the 2 of them. This next step is optional, but if you kind of like a mac and cheese like casserole and you want like a crunchy top, I got these Quest chips. Don't forget to weigh them too. I negatively weighed this because I'm not going to use the entire bag. I'm just going to crush up some of it, and I'm going to put and sprinkle a little bit of it on top. This mac and cheese was so fucking good. I'm definitely going to make this again, so I saved whatever crunchies that I had here that I didn't use. I'm going to put them aside. But take some of your broken chips and put them on top of your like little mac and cheese casseroles or your little mac and cheese bowls, or whatever you want to call it. I don't fucking care. You get your oven preheated to like 300 degrees. Then while your oven's preheating, take your little cheese that you rinsed and then just evenly put it between the 2 little casserole dish bowl fucks that you made. After that, you're just going to put them in the oven. You're going to leave them in there for maybe a couple minutes, and then you're going to switch it to broil and put it on there for like a couple, maybe like 3 or 4 minutes, so it gets like a little well done on the top. I have to say, I was super impressed with myself here. Each of these casseroles came out to 360 calories. That's without the Quest chips, by the way, and about 32 grams of protein. Carbs on these were pretty high, so if you are watching your carbs, the carbs came out to a little over 50 grams of carbs for each of these bowls. Honestly, this was just really easy to make, and it took no time at all. If you're a mac and cheese hoe for show, then this is going to be something alternative that you can put into your diet, especially if you want something low calorie and high protein. Well, if you try it, leave me a comment. Let me know. Okay, bye.